It's a beautiful bacon day, Cookie Crusaders. Today we're going to be using a new team for Dark Mode 14. Reason being is that there has been a lot of updates, a lot of cookies, a lot of changes in the long term, and a lot of this will depend on your monuments, your guild levels, your labs, and a few other things, so don't take this as the team that will help you clear as a brand new player, but rather a team that you can look forward to building that will do good in most story modes and Dark Mode 14. So, let's go over what the team is and why it's working. We have criticals on our Schwartz with good damage resistance and good critical damage. We have damage resistance on our Wildberry with high cooldown. We have nearly perfect cooldown. If we could, we would have damage resistance on Oyster, but the cooldown is that main persistence for Oyster. We have high cooldown and good damage resistance for Cream Unicorn. And for our BTS cookie, we have extremely high cooldown with some crit and some amplify buff for extra healing potential on the other cookies. Sorry, not the other cookies. The amplify buff goes for the buffs that are put specifically on the BTS cookie. So like any attack boosts or anything like that. Which really the only thing that's going to actually be buffed on the BTS cookie here is the crit from Oyster and the crit damage. That's it. Nothing else is going to be really applying because no targets can happen to the BTS cookie and no damage can happen either, so the damage resistance won't matter, nor will the crit resistance that are given by Wildberry and Cream Unicorn. So the reason this team is working is that Cream Unicorn and Wildberry do a very good job of helping protect the team additionally. Well, you have the frontline Oyster minions taking the brunt of most damage from all the enemies, and then Wildberry is taking a large portion of the rest of it. The good thing is, between the critical resistance and the damage resistance boosts that you're getting, in most cases you are helping keep Wildberry alive, or at least managing against the high damage, because really the indispellable debuffs that go on Wildberry and on Schwartz, those are the real kickers that make it pretty tough. But if your labs and all of your other toppings and your levels are high enough, you're actually going to be able to persist through it without too much issue. The nice thing that also happens is that because this stage is very high debuff focused, the BTS cookie is actually doing a really good job here in giving shields to our cookies quite often, because all it takes is having 3 debuffs every time the skill activates, and then the BTS cookie gives shields. So as you can see, we got through with 3 stars without too much issue. Yet again, if you don't have high labs or high monuments, high statue level, that will make a difference. But you can see we were able to push through, and we took quite a bit of damage. But the healing was pretty substantial, even with reduced healing during the stage. So hopefully this is a good team that you guys can operate. I know it's going to probably be hard for some of you with Oyster because you may not have unlocked Oyster. Maybe the BTS cookie might be a little tough too. I don't think you need a 3-star BTS. I think that just helps a little bit extra with healing. But I don't think a 3 stars required. I think you could do it with a 1-star and get away with it without too much issue. And as you can see, technically our Schwartz is level 66, but we have Schwartz in the statue, so level 70 is the actual level that we have for our Schwartz. So hopefully this is something that can be helpful for you. I recommend running these treasures with these cookies. It should do pretty well in most story modes, especially Dark Mode 14. But remember, if you don't have the specific upgrades that some late game players might have, it may be a little bit more struggle and a little bit harder to get through at a 3-star rating. So don't take it as the end-all be-all team for right now. But yet again, I want your feedback and your opinions in the comments, and I appreciate everyone stopping by. Have a wonderful night.